What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to 909 Adventures. Guys, this is my first intentional filming location. This is actually not the actual location of this place, but check this out. Look how cool this is. Can you guys see that yet? The house from Halloween 1978. This is the Myers house. How cool is that? All right, so this is the house when you guys first see it. It's dilapidated, and you can hear Laurie Strode's dad tell her on her way to school to drop the keys off at the Myers house. This is the actual house. This isn't the actual location. This was actually moved from its original location way back when, but this is very awesome. Very cool piece of filming history. Alright guys, before we move on any further, if you guys could please like this video for me. Again, this is my first intentional filming location, and hopefully you guys like this kind of stuff, and if you guys do, then I can continue to add stuff like this to the channel. Alright guys, you guys see that? Still looks pretty similar to the way it did in the movie.
But cleaned up.
Cleaned up?
It was messy.
I don't know if it looks a little more modern, or if it just looks modern because we're seeing it in person. Very cool though. As you can see, this has been turned into somebody's office. Very cool though. I think it's a, what did we see, Brett? What is this, a law firm or something?
Financial.
Something for finances, so. Very cool. Alright, so the stretch of road that we're on is the, what is it, an asylum that he's in? That's pretty much what this stretch of road is. So Dr. Loomis and that nurse is actually driving on this particular stretch of road here at Lake Hollywood, and as soon as they start to pull up, you'll notice right here, right above this, right behind all these bushes, you'll see the patients have gotten out of the asylum. And if you look over here to the left, that is the entrance, but there's really nothing there. It's just a walkway around the lake. So we'll get out and we'll get a little bit more of an up close and personal look, and yeah, we'll check it out. All right, so this is where they pull up. Again, the patients would have been right over there. This is where they pull up. They stop right about here where we're at now, and by now Dr. Loomis has already figured out that the patients have broken out of the hospital or asylum, whatever it is that they're in. It comes to right about here, and there's like a keypad or an intercom, and he's trying to get into this gate. The gate's different, obviously, but there's nothing here. This is just a walkway. The actual asylum or institute, I forget exactly what it was that Michael was in. He broke out of it and let all the patients out. And right about here is where they parked. So you would have seen the nurse stayed in the car. She was in the driver's seat, and Michael had actually jumped on top of the car and pulled her out through the driver's side window. And then he jumps in the car and takes off and heads down to Haddonfield. Okay, so funny enough, at the start of the movie, you'll see they actually come in this way, and this is actually the exit. So they're they come in through the out. And he parks somewhere right around here, and he walks over there, which is the grave of Michael Myers' sister, Judith Myers, which we're gonna go check out right now. Right as Dr. Loomis and the groundskeeper to the cemetery walk up, you can see this headstone in the background very clearly. And they stand right about here. And they're looking down right over here. And you can actually see where a tombstone once stood. And it looked like it was just ripped out of the ground. And then they discover, as they're looking for Judith Myers' gravesite, that it's actually her tombstone that's missing. And Dr. Loomis says he's come home.
It'd be cool if they did this whole little thing just for like Halloween. You know what I mean? Like,
right, yeah.
Put a plaque of it. Not saying that somebody's dead here, but like a...
It would be cool, but you know, it's also somebody's resting place, so they probably don't want to...
Well, there's nobody right here where it happened. But what I'm saying is, not a memorial, yeah.
Like a fictional plaque?
Yeah, just saying
yeah.
where it was.
Yeah, there's a couple of those throughout the the world, so... Yeah, a Judith Myers would actually be pretty cool right there. I don't know. What do you guys think? Why don't you guys comment down below and let us know what you think. Should they erect a fictional tombstone here for Judith Myers? Alright guys, so right here at the Strode house, you'll see at the beginning of the movie Laurie Strode comes out of that door, and soon after her dad follows her. She's walking down this way and yells out at her, "Hey, don't forget to drop the key off at the Myers house tonight." And then later in the movie you'll actually see her sitting right there on that pillar. And yeah, she gets a ride from what's her name? Why does her name keep escaping me? Her name, I keep forgetting her name. But yeah, she's sitting right there, right under the one-way street sign. Oh yeah, look, there's actually a sign right there with the pumpkin. Brett, there's a sign under the pumpkin. Go check it out.
Yes, this is the house of Laurie and Lee Curtis. You may borrow the pumpkin. Have a good time.
Awesome. Alright guys, so we're going to take some pictures, and I will be posting these on Instagram, so check us out on Instagram. I'll flash up our links right here on the screen.
Okay, so...
Alright guys, so if you remember, she comes out of the door there on the side, and she's walking down the sidewalk here right in front of her house, and she's getting ready to go and babysit Tommy Doyle. So she grabs her pumpkin. I'm talking about Laurie here, and she sits there. She sits there for all of 5 seconds, and then her ride shows up. Okay, right about where Britt is coming out, you guys would see Laurie Strode around the corner. She was actually walking from her house, from where her dad actually said to make sure to drop the keys off at the Myers house. And Britt is actually retracing Laurie Strode's steps. Hopefully we get some nice and smooth footage here. And she actually meets up with Tommy Doyle right here at this corner. And they start talking about what they're gonna do for the evening. Watch a movie, and he wants popcorn. Alright, so now, not too far from the last spot we were just at, you would see Laurie Strode, and the other girl's name escapes me at the moment, but you would see them walking down here, and Laurie's the only one that would see Michael kind of peek around this corner, and then she starts freaking out a little bit. Then the other girl runs right up here. This is private property. She peeks up right here, and then she calls Laurie. "Hey Laurie, he wants to talk to you." And she comes and sees nobody's there. Okay, so this is Tommy Doyle's house, the Doyle house. So this is the house where you see Jamie Lee Curtis, Laurie Strode. She comes over here, she babysits him. And yeah, they're sitting there watching a movie and they carve the pumpkin and do whatever it is they're doing in there. And then really the Wallace house is right across the street, just like it is in the movie. And that's the house. This is probably the most famous house of all the houses in the movie. This is actually where Michael Myers does all his killings. And at the very end of the movie, you see him. You can't really see it very well with that bush blocking the way, but he comes out of that door there, and then he falls down and falls over the railing, kind of crashes through the railing, and he lands there on the ground. And then you'll infamously see his doctor look over the side of the broken railing up there, and at the end of the movie, and he's gone. Lots of killings took place at this house in the movie. As I came across the street to get a better view, the homeowner actually came home, so kind of good thing I moved out of his way. But let's get a better view. That is a very iconic house. Very cool. As we were walking away from the I think it was the as we were walking away from one of those houses over there, they're closing the windows. Yeah, the Doyle house. Closing their windows, closing their blinds. I guess they thought we were trying to look in their house or something, but you know, I don't know. I mean, if you're gonna buy a famous home, you gotta kind of expect that, right? Guys, that's gonna just about do it for this episode of 909 Adventures. I know it's a different change of pace than my normal, usual abandoned stuff, and you know, we're in the Halloween season, so you guys are going to be getting a lot of Vlogtober stuff. I plan on releasing 13 videos in just October alone, so that's just right around a video every other day. So you guys be sure to look out for those, and let me know what you think about this. Should I be doing more filming locations on my channel, or should I just stick to abandoned stuff and start a second channel for filming locations? I'd really prefer to keep it all together, but you know, comment down below, let me know what you guys think. And if you like this kind of stuff, give me a thumbs up. If you didn't like it very much, then give me a thumbs down. Just let me know. I'm not going to know unless you guys interact with me somehow. But don't forget to subscribe, hit the notification button so you guys are notified each and every time I upload a video here on YouTube. And thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate everybody's support. And look out for new videos every Monday after October. Thanks, guys. Bartender, Coors Light, please.